What is up, everybody? This is Alex from IHE TV. Today I'm going to go through a bunch of these Thor Love and Thunder interviews. I remember when these came out, a bunch of them kind of was spread around the internet for how awkward they are. This has got to be one of the worst Marvel movies. This film is like unbearable. So let's see if we can find any secrets in the interviews. I've already written my review, but there might be some good B-roll, funny cutaway gags in here. Let's go.
Are they fans or are they just...
I know the same with you.
He's got good hair, I'll give him that.
But with kids, they just don't. They're not impressed really with what I do.
So this is going to be tough. But what can you tell us about the cameos? Any clues?
I can't.
That's really the first question you go with? Can you tell us about the cameos? God damn it, man.
Tell you. I can't tell you anything. I'm nervous. Like, what did I say? There are definitely cameos. I mean, with those, you know, like really, like, and we were trying to like find people to come like to bring in.
It's got to be like one of the worst things about like geek nerd culture is that kind of thing, playing into that cameo Easter egg stuff, which is supposed to just be like a fun background thing. This is a good example of how it like goes to the forefront. YouTube thumbnail with a red circle and did you spot Uber Doober in the background from issue 45 of Glup Shitto Run 12?
A lot of it's really just like friends, like you know, like who's around, who's in town, who wants to come and play for a day or two for not much money.
That's an interesting way of making a movie.
So you wrote the movie, and you write a movie, of course you give the actors scripts, but you changed it every day.
Yeah.
How did that go?
That's how I would usually work, because like, you know, we have the script, and that's usually sort of like just a template really for like how I want to work for the day. Like learn their lines all night and get to work and I'm like, oh sorry, there's all these changes I've made, and like we've rewritten the entire scene, and so they just, I think that it must be.
That sounds interesting.
Frustrating working with me, maybe.
I know it's like being tongue-in-cheek, but I mean, maybe that works on a film like Boy, which is like a loose indie comedy with like no stakes. But this is like a big nerd tentpole where you actually want to feel some kind of like threat or integrity to like characters that people have expectations for.
Can we talk about you writing and directing the new Star Wars movie? No
Right, I fast forward when I hear that.
No pressure whatsoever. With the
I'm pretty sure it's been officially cancelled.
fans.
Yeah, with the fans. Well, you know, like.
Just a weird, why? Just every single director in Hollywood who was up and coming. Direct Star Wars, please!
I want to do something different with Star Wars. Like I think with Star Wars, you've got to really like, research everything. There's a lot of stuff to read. There's a lot of things to watch and read, and like I don't know if I've got the time to do that. This new Star Wars film is going to be very.
You just directed a Thor movie. You can't be saying that after directing 2 Thor movies. As if, yeah, because you did a bunch of reading for that.
Thor, Love and Thunder. Cannot wait. Back away, everybody.
Wow, what a just nothing pointless interview. Right, we got a Christian Bale YouTube short. Who got done dirtiest by this film? Because Christian Bale's up there. I think Chris Hemsworth was done a bit dirty too. Oh, Natalie Portman, of course.
Kids have never really shown any interest in anything I've ever done. And it was the first film ever that I wasn't certain that I'd be able to do it. And they went to me, no, you're doing this film. And they absolutely insisted on it. So I took their marching orders and said, yes, definitely.
Ringing endorsement.
We used the volume, which is...
That's why it looks so bad.
Imagine, you know, 1,000 televisions all in a big circle in the ceiling as well, and then you put in a time.
There have been uses of it that are decent, but you really need to know how to use it. There were just a bunch of Disney films that felt like, oh, we've done it. We've solved how to make these way cheaper. We don't ever need to go to a real environment ever again. It's not quite there.
Environment, 360 degrees. And what's great is it lets the characters, the actors themselves can see all the stuff. It's been an absolute disaster, but that's just the way it is on my film.
I know, these like age really badly.
It's been an absolute disaster, but that's just the way it is on my films.
Look at how bad it looks, man. You can really tell when it's a volume shot, because it has like no depth and just looks fake as fuck.
Because when we fight...
I really like Christian Bale's body language, and the fact he's like off to the side.
And then had the opportunity to make Love and Thunder, and I was worried that it wouldn't be as good, or you know, that wouldn't be able to evolve the character or tell a story that, you know, that kind of elevated itself.
How wrong you were, because you did it, mate. You did it.
Oh my god, that face!
Or tell a story that, you know, that kind of elevated itself.
How wrong you were.
God, that I'm really struggling to read the intonation there. Look at the body language of him, like, shuffling with his trousers. That face he's doing.
Of the character or tell a story that kind of elevated itself.
How wrong you were.
Look at this face he's doing back.
Because you did it, mate. You did it.
We did it.
We did
Oh my god. So sarcastic.
Team. We all did it. Yeah. And
Whoa. Whoa, this is crazy.
Itself.
How wrong you were. Because you did it, mate. You did
We did it.
We did
Team. We all did it. Yeah.
Wow.
Back about 6 minutes.
Yeah, set my alarm.
I mean, it's also working with different casts.
This is the most awkward one so far. When's Christian Bale going to say something? I really want to know what he can add.
People, obviously, Natalie's back, and Tessa and Christian, and they all bring out something very different in you.
I like the idea of, you know, when we last
Met her.
She does not want to be there.
Purpose and to sort of get her
What's he looking at?
mired in bureaucracy.
Look at what everyone else is wearing compared to Christian Bale too. He's like in his trainers. And they've all got like smart shoes. And he's just in like the most casual thing.
And aching for something.
But it was also the first time I'd worked so much with all the technology, all the wizardry, the magic stuff that you use, with the blue screen and whatnot, and the volume, like you were talking about. That was all new to me. You like that Aphex Twin, right? Come to Daddy video. That was one which was always a reference for me that I love so much, and Nosferatu, and just recognizing, look, I can't.
That's cool.
No one can compete with Chris when it comes to just being sort of sturdy.
It's coming from
solid.
Batman, by the way.
So you know,
you look
being a more
pretty good in
willowy,
those
sort
films.
of creepy, you know, ethereal feel to it felt right.
The thing that drew me to...
He just ignored all of them for that.
I mean, villains are so hard to create. I think it's the most sympathetic and probably the best villain that, you know, we've had in the MCU. To create a sympathetic villain.
I mean, maybe he could have been. If he was in more than like 3 scenes or whatever it was.
Is a big feat. You also got to watch out for that when you're having so much fun on set and you forget you're trying to tell an actual story. And
that's a good clip.
You don't want to put out 2 hours of jokes. And
Ooh, that's exactly what happened, my man.
The energy that comes out of it is infectious and fun.
Taika's face was really funny just then. Just staring off into space.
God, are they looking at me going, oh, this is the worst thing ever because no one can respond to me. And then after that, and then I did also notice that none.
He's also got good hair.
It's amazing. It gives you like such respect for the artist. Like when you see the credits too.
That's funny. The little coffee cover-up square. Oh. Didn't notice that.
Dad. And seeing you kind of, you know, gently, you know, what a good dad you are, gently, you know, coaxing her through it. Like, no, just stay there. I know he's a bit disgusting, but just stay there with it. It was good, and it's a lovely
She's supposed to kiss you on the top of the head, and she's like, it's all sticky.
Wait, is that so it was a little nepo casting. Chris Hemsworth's daughter is Gore's daughter in the film. I didn't know that. That's funny.
We're from Thor, Love and Thunder. Can't wait for you all to see it.
He's already taken his mic and stuff off. He's just
opening in cinemas on July 8th.
What a legend.
There's a music video, and Taika and I did this scream that is in that video, but did not see the light of day in the film. So my favorite bit was doing that as I just kind of screamed for sort of 30 seconds straight. Marvel went, no. That's not ending up in the final cut.
That's a shame, man. They just wasted him completely.
But I enjoyed it immensely. And my kids told me I had to do it. Yeah.
I like the honesty.
Hello, Chris. How are you?
Very well, thanks. How you doing?
I'm good.
These are the best. Oh, I love when they're remote. All the pauses and everything.
This was such a fun ride getting to jump into this.
Chris, I gotta tell you, I'm a sucker for a 2-for-1 special. So when I found out there was not just one Thor, but we were gonna get Mighty Thor as well, but I've been watching.
I'm a sucker for a 2-for-1 special.
Chris, I gotta tell you, I'm a sucker for a 2-for-1 special.
Wow, the dedication it means
Is that Mario?
so much to us to have you show up here. We made these, made this movie for you.
He sounds like Mario.
And we got space goats now, man. We got space goats. I remember Taika.
Oh no.
I decided to put some goats in there and see what he's gonna do with them. So like James.
Everyone loves the goat joke.
Transformative villain in this movie. What was that like for
God, he looks tired.
Sorry, say again. They're all screaming so loud that I don't know who that bloke is.
What was it like? I know.
Why are they so excited about him? I don't really understand it.
Now we're going to talk bromance because
God, why do these ones always have the worst audio?
everyone thinks that you guys are the best bromance.
I love that so much. I will have to say this. The goats, Chris. So, legitimately, I don't think people are ready.
Yo, I can't believe that. This is like talking about Megan's height, as if it's like a really great part of the movie.
So, legitimately, I don't think people are ready. I know they're not ready for this.
Oh, they weren't ready. She was right about that.
It's an entirely CG built character, so we're having to pretend the.
Really? Those were CG? God.
And now they scream, and it was way funnier.
What?
Was it?
It's a song. I can't remember what the song is. It was some song with that screaming. It was just like, you know, it's like, and it was.
Wait, so it was that Taylor Swift video? That genuinely was the. God, that's lame.
I don't know what the hell it is. It's,
He doesn't even know he wrote the movie. How do you not know? Sounded like Jerry Seinfeld there.
it's not that, like, you know, what the Fox says thing, but it felt like seemed like it was a similar thing.
What? What?
I just want to be in your mind one day where you think that is like.
So they won't let the Christian Bale like improv for his character in, but they'll let the goat stuffs, the recurring goat screaming gag, stay throughout the entire movie. Wow.
Yes. That goat from the random techno song is what I make this part of this thing. I have
Random techno song. Excuse me?
How did you guys find that balance? Because he goes into these very comedic places right after, you know, the motivation.
The answer to that is that they didn't.
And I wanted it to feel like, you know, like Nick Cage in the desert, and
That's funny that they show the Rotten Tomatoes score when it's like hosted by the. I hate that website. Look at that, Wild at Heart, nothing. Lynch is nothing compared to the power of Marvel. Wild at Heart is nothing on the original Thor.
Because I don't know many humans in life that can be like always strong. So it feels much more relatable in that way. And
Man, they did her dirty.
yeah, someone that feels like
Like should have been the main character, really.
And maybe some people forgot, but I started with professionals. I'm like, no, this is where she began. And she's returning home.
Uh-oh.
I mean, come on now, let's keep it real. But returning to actually in this
Yeah, damn it. It's so weird that they put that there. Remember the Phantom Menace stinky?
saved a lot of the time.
Rotten Tomatoes, it sucks, man.
That, you know, young kids can choose which superhero they relate to, not because. But what was it like? Because you guys are front row seats for probably one of the most jaw-dropping and greatest moments in the MCU for two women. So I'll just say this. What was it like sitting next to a little work bestie with some popcorn in that moment? It was so fun. I mean, it was really like the joy of it.
Really, they're saying that scene where Chris Hemsworth gets his clothes ripped off is the best scene in the MCU. I guess for some.
I don't even know half the time what's Marvel and what is DC, so that keeps me
I love that.
innocent.
Dynamic was just really, really special. And I feel like you got a wealth of riches because you got to have like girl bestie moments on screen, and then you also.
Oh, she got a wealth of riches. I wonder what her Men in Black International paycheck looked like.
I think the multiverse that I
don't really get why this character had to play such a big part in Love and Thunder. It was already so stuffed, and the villain and Natalie Portman barely got any time. So, like, why are they putting so much in?
really fascinated to explore with Valkyrie. And we do this a tiny bit just in the suggestion of her, like, for example, wearing a Phantom of the Opera sweatshirt. I'd love to see her do some goat farming. That's
There it is. They mentioned the goats.
see her do some goat farming.
What is that about? They really thought they had something with that.
They figure out where I was walking, and then they build kind of a walkway for me with this raised wooden platform.
That's so funny they have to go to that much effort with a shorter actor.
Real?
In that particular shot, no, actually.
well, you know, but does he look real?
No, none of us.
Does she look like?
They're making fun of how it looks.
Something.
This scene does look really bad.
Mm-hmm.
Why did they pick this scene? It's like the most boring scene. Like there's nothing for him to really like describe.
The lightning.
Hilarious. What I really appreciated the fact that he came in himself entertaining and kind of fooled himself in the
See, these hyper-produced movies, like especially Marvel-type ones where they're so protective before the film comes out, they're just not allowed to, they're like contractually obligated to not say too much. So like these interviews are so awkward, they can't really say anything. Well, they've got their script, so they say the same three things again and again. See, Chris Hemsworth's actually really funny.
stress, and you know, we just bring in these old cars and we say, "Have at it, Taika, get that out of your system."
Earlier in the film, these goats.
Oh shit!
Down here, okay. This. Okay, so as you can see, there's a couple of goats down here.
Here we go.
Okay, and Earlier in the film, these goats actually drag this big Viking ship, and that's how we coined the name Goat Boat.
It might be a dragon, but it also might be a flying dolphin.
What are these goats we keep hearing about?
What are these goats? Again? It's like the only thing they're allowed to talk about, the fucking goats.
There are two really great, wonderful characters in the film named Tooth Gnasher and Teeth Grinder, and they are gigantic goats, and they're space goats, and they are a very important part of the film because
Very important.
they drag the Viking ship, been around a long time, the first time in a movie.
Wow, cool, man. Awesome. Learned a lot about goats. I hope you enjoyed that. I didn't. I'll see you on the next video. Bye.